Good morning again. Forgot to do my update in the van again, so we'll do it right here on the coastline in lovely Hofn. I don't know if the N's silent or not. It probably is. This golf course is absolutely ridiculous. Some of the most slopey greens I've ever seen in my life. I think you'd have to play here about 10 times before you had any idea how this course is supposed to be played. Yesterday was fucking great. A lot of driving. Down from Seyðisfjörður here to Hofn. Stopped at the Petra's Rock Garden, which was amazing. That was just a real treat. Did not expect it to be that good. Got some great sleep. That was the quietest campground I've had so far. So yeah, today's the last day on the road. I'm bummed. This has been so much more fun than I thought it would be, which sounds strange to say, but it was. And the good news is I get to see Andrew tomorrow morning, and I get to see my parents the day after, and plenty more adventure awaits. So we'll get after it here today. We're going to Jokulsarlon, which I'm really looking forward to, and we'll finish up this 9 and catch you guys later. Okay, so like I said, this was my final day on the road, and this is where it started at the campground in Hofn. Over there in the clouds is Vestrahorn, which I never got to see because it was always cloudy, but what are you going to do? And this is the golf course, which I know you guys are all dying to check out. So I'll go ahead and let you see that, and I'll get back with you in a minute. These greens are insanely sloped. So here's the top level. See it fall off. I mean, that's like a 3-foot drop down to that second tier. And then same thing right here. That's really, really severe. I mean, like some of the most severe I've ever seen, even in Palm Springs. Look at this bowl. It's like impossible to see on camera, but it's just so contoured. So yeah, I don't think you have to be a golfer to realize how peaceful and special this little piece of property along the coastline was. And it gets even better because that's the glacier right there. It's hung of the glacier sticking down just across the bay. You know, obviously we're going to be headed that way as soon as we're done with this round. But yeah, just what more can you say? What a special place. Golf in Iceland is just second to none. It's just really, really impressive. I'm going to assume this is Iceland's only fountain in a fairway, and it's just really awesome here on the 9th hole. And I found myself some big corny bars at the N1 station. Big corny bars are delicious. I had them in Sweden in 2019, and really stoked to find them in Iceland. And speaking of delicious, here we are. This is Jokulsarlon, and you know, probably like every other Icelandic word, pronouncing that wrong. In case you guys can't tell by now, I'm not great at pronouncing Icelandic place names and words. Anyway, I don't have anything to say about this place. It's beyond words, it's beyond measure, it's beyond comprehension. I'm just going to go ahead and let the video speak for themselves for a little while here. Yeah, like I said, words can't really do that justice. So here we are headed down to the Diamond Beach. There's two sides. There's two different parking lots. I just walked to this side first because I was parked on this side because of the lagoon. But the other side of the beach had a ton more ice on it. So, I mean, really, if you're there and you're pressed for time, make sure that you go on the north side. But if you have plenty of time, there's no reason not to check out both sides. And as if this day couldn't get any more special, as I was walking back from the beach, all of a sudden the clouds started to lift and you could see the glacier. You couldn't see the glacier at all at period when I first got there. So I had basically no idea it was even there, let alone just how incredibly gigantic it is. And it's funny because I'd been looking at it all morning from across the bay when I was playing golf, and I realized it was there and I realized how gigantic it is, but I just it didn't even come into my mind when I actually got to Jokulsarlon until the clouds started to clear and I could actually see it with my own eyes. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? That this place was already mind-blowing before you could see the glacier, and now there it is. And that the sky just kept getting bluer and the clouds kept climbing away. It just was absolutely magical. So this is on the north end of the Diamond Beach. At this point, I had left the main parking lot at Jokulsarlon and driven across the one-way bridge and gone out to the north side. And like I said, there was just a ton more ice on the beach here. You got a lot more of the classic Diamond Beach pictures and big, huge chunks of ice. I wasn't really anticipating that. I was kind of in the pictures seeing a lot of smaller chunks, but at least the day I was there, there were some substantial pieces of ice on the beach, and it was just really awesome. So again, when you guys visit, if you're, pinched for time and you want to see more ice, definitely stop on the north side, then cross the bridge and go to the parking lot for Jokulsarlon. But if you have plenty of time, then just check it out from all angles. In this picture, we're just looking at the amount of bugs that I now have on the front of the van and decided to take a little rest here. Just another advantage of driving around in your hotel room, essentially. And here we are back on the road. As you can see, the glacier is just omnipresent. It's just everywhere while you're on this area at the south coast. Just really never gets old. And at this point, I was just pretty much, ooh, Big Corny. Telling you guys, if you ever get a chance, Big Corny, they're the best. Anyway, this was my last little stretch of open road here. I was just trying to make as much, like I said, as much distance as I could so it would be easier for me to get to the airport the next morning and meet my best friend. And made a quick stop in Vik here to take a look at the golf club. Maybe next time. All right, guys, so that's going to be it. That concludes my journey around the ring road. I really appreciate you all stopping by and going on the journey with me, and I will see you on the next one.